Channel again, my name is Amy and we are on day 11 of the bulk in volume training. I kid y'all not, I had hot pot last night and measured and weighed out the amount of meat I ate, not to make sure that I don't eat enough or that I don't eat too much, but so that I eat enough protein, and I measured out 16 ounces of meat. That's a lot of meat.
That's what she said.
But that's 108 grams of protein, plus a protein shake is 130, plus my breakfast, so 180. I'm not playing with the bulk, y'all. I missed some when I was traveling, so I needed to catch up. Today, it's pretty late in the day already. I wanna say it's like 4 p.m. and we are just hitting our second leg day of the week. So I'm gonna mix some pre-workout. We're gonna do a little bit of caffeine today. All right, guys, I really wasn't gonna do the caffeine version, but because it's in the car, we're just gonna do the pink lemonade, but half a scoop because 274 milligrams of caffeine, so I will not be doing a full scoop. I'll do a half scoop. All right, friends, we're just gonna grab some water. But it was crazy. This morning I was listening to a podcast on Jay Shetty, or by Jay Shetty, and he had on Dan, who is the writer of Blue Zones and is the main character in that Netflix documentary I keep mentioning about the people that live the longest. Basically, they were saying there's a lot of things that people aren't even aware of on a day-to-day, and one of them is just not just exercising, but just being active. So being active for 20 minutes of your day, making it intentional to move your body, living in a city where it's walkable, so you're not constantly in your car, drinking enough water, also just having enough social connection where you get a sense of fulfillment. They said that the average American used to have 3 to 4 friends, and now we have 2 friends that we can actually confide in, feel vulnerable with, and laugh with. And laugh is such an important part of our lives and just has such an impact on our mental health, our mood, but also our physical health and life expectancy. So I'm trying to incorporate 1 to 2 times a week where I meet up with a friend and work out, or just catch up with a close friend. I think with social media, it's made us feel like we're so connected. And I felt super connected with everybody, but it's also hard when you don't have face-to-face interaction. So that is something I'm adding on my 2024 list, as well as just nutrition and diet. So making sure that I'm getting enough plant, vegetables, fruit, and beans in my diet. I'm really trying to do like whole foods and grains and complex carbs like oatmeal versus just like simple foods, like sugars. So I know it's kind of counterintuitive because when we think simple, we think of things from the earth, but that is what I'm trying to do. More fruits, more veggies, more beans, more seeds. I really like pumpkin seeds right now. And yeah, just overall healthier and more movement. All right, we've got half a scoop of pre-workout, 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is approximately a cup of coffee. I would say it's a little more than 100 because it was 270 divided by 2, quick math. And let's head down to warm up for leg day. I'm not even gonna lie, I made it all the way to my car and realized I didn't have my phone or my watch, so we have to go back and get it. And 'tis the life of someone with ADHD. All right, y'all, we are finally starting our warm-up. We are hitting legs today, starting with some front squats. So I'm gonna film the whole warm-up for you guys, and then we are moving on to warm-up sets. All right, y'all, we're gonna start with our usual leg swings. 2, 3, 4. Getting the blood flowing, warming up the muscles, and it also gives you a gauge of just how you're feeling overall. 3, rock left to right, get into the hips, and then you're gonna stand. So exactly like it says, squat. All right, up next we're moving towards the ground. We're doing hamstrings and hip flexors. So hip flexor, hamstring, hip flexor, hamstring. Some cat-cows. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Some 90-90, so placing your shins at 90 degrees and your legs at 90 degrees. And you're just gonna go ahead and rock back and forth. You can do this with your hands behind you for support through the full range of motion, both internal and external rotation. And then we're gonna go ahead and lean forward a little bit. And that's just gonna warm up your piriformis a little bit. So leaning forward this way, you can even come across. Same thing, leaning the other way. And then coming across the other way.
All right guys, so we are starting our working sets. I didn't record the warm-ups because it's pretty crowded and I have gym anxiety, but we are doing 2 sets of 4 followed by 2 sets of 8. We're hoping to get at 165 for our first set of front squats and then move down to 135, 115 for sets of 8. All right, y'all. First set of 4 at 165. This is actually the first time I'm hitting this for 4. The most I've done is 185 for 3. So if this goes well, then we'll go up to 175 for 4s. We are definitely not going up. Long sleeve Vanquish belt, Village in an Iron, code Amy for 10% off. For everything actually, navigation is Amy 1. Knee sleeves also Village in an Iron, code Amy for 10% off. And then I don't have a discount code for y'all on the shoes, but these are the Nike Romaleo squat shoes. And headphones, Bose. All right, we're gonna take another minute and then we are going into our second set of 4. All right, y'all, wish me luck. This is second set of 4, second top set, and then we drop down. Much better than the first set. All right, y'all, we are moving on to our sets of 8. I'm gonna belt up for this first set and see how it goes. But main things with front squat, like I always talk about, is driving your elbows up. That way it prevents you from leaning forward, and it's less of a hinge back like a regular squat or a back squat. It's more just going with your knees first and trying to keep that core tight and coming straight up. So hopefully you can see better form in these sets since they are lighter. Oh yeah. That was a lot better. I also think with a looser belt, I was able to breathe into it a little more and create more of a vacuum. Sometimes when the belt is too tight, there's no space to breathe into it. It's just like compressing my ribs. So that felt a lot better. I'm gonna keep the belt for the next set. We have 1 more set of 8 and then we're moving on to accessories. All right, y'all, this is the last set of 8 and then we're moving on to leg accessories. We are going to do hip thrusts, some RDLs on the machine, and then we'll see from there. Since we are done with front squats, we are switching to flat shoes for hip thrusts. I recommend flat shoes just because you get more grounded. You don't want the heel because you don't want to be hip thrusting on your toes, right? And so we want flat shoes. We don't want running shoes because they're not as stable. So we're gonna throw these on and we're gonna superset our hip thrust, heavy sets of 8 with some RDLs on the hack squat machine, which I haven't done in a while, but my friend has inspired me to switch it up today. All right, flat shoes on. I gotta finish my pre-workout. It's already 5 p.m. And then we are going to drink creatine because I have about 5 grams of creatine each workout as intra workout, meaning during my workout. I like it both for flavor and then also I just need to get my creatine every day. It helps with muscle growth. It's not a steroid. It's naturally occurring in our body, so I now take it in a powder as well. So, all right, hip thrust. We're starting with 2 plates. I personally like the square pad for me just because I have sensitive hips. So regardless, you're gonna want a pad. You can either use these circular ones or you can use the larger foam pads. If they don't have it at your gym, it's $19 on Amazon and so worth it. So highly recommend. All right. So we've got 4 sets of 8. I'm gonna do a quick warm-up set to see how this feels and then go from there. 5, 6, 7, one more. 8. All right, we're gonna do that again, but increasing in weight. So we're gonna try to increase every set. I'm hoping to get at least 315 for a set of 8, but for this next set, we'll do 275. So same thing per usual life hack. Roll the plate on top of the little plate, or maybe a little further in. Roll the plate on top of the little plate, unclip, and switch it out for 25. Oh man, pretty tired today, I'm not gonna lie. But after this, I get to watch the Niners play and make some nachos, so I'm not complaining. But that is why I want to get this in as soon as possible because they've already started. All right, same thing. We're gonna run it back on the other side, so. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Easy set of 8, easy set of 8. I really don't want to say that's my top set, but it might be. We're gonna try to add the extra grain to see if we can hit that for 8. We're moving up a little bit in weight. We're gonna do 25s, an additional 25 on each side. Alrighty friends, I've been procrastinating for long enough, but it's always nice to run into good energy, good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. Here we go. Big breath. For 8. That's 8. Whew, I need the bar a little closer to my hips and less on my hamstring area, but we're gonna take it and we've got one more. Alrighty, per usual, we are mixing in our creatine. All right, there's nothing worse than looking for your scooper in all of the pre or in all of the powder mixture. We're just gonna pour 1 scoop in. It's exactly 5 grams of creatine, and we're gonna shake her up. Let's mix her up. I'm pretty tired. I'm running 30 minutes late. You know, time blindness with ADHD is a crazy, crazy thing, but we're close enough. I think what really helps with my time blindness is actually having accountability and having something planned after. So after this, I do have dinner and the Niners game, so I want to get it done sooner than later, and that really helps a lot. So it's Chinese New Year's or Lunar New Year's coming up, and I will be celebrating with my family, and I'm really excited. I'll also be doing the hot pot with my friends, so I'm excited to celebrate culture, heritage, and just like community. That's something that's not as common, I think, in our society today because everyone's so focused on their own grind. So I'm excited. Honestly, I just really miss my grandma. I miss my parents too, but I really miss my grandma, and she's not the type of person who really talks on the phone too much. She's pretty busy actually. She still runs her business, which I'm really proud of her for, and she's in her 80s, so amazing. And yeah, I'm just excited to see her in person and see her and my little cousins. All right, last set of 8, no more procrastinating. We've just got to get it in. We've just got. I'm winded. Oh man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. All right, up next, we've got 45-degree hyperextensions, focusing on the glutes. So you wanna only use the glutes when you're doing this. You don't wanna hyperextend your back. We're not working out the lower back on this one. So you can do this weighted or unweighted. You're gonna want your feet planted. I'm gonna put the headphones here. You're gonna want a weight in your hands across your chest. You're gonna lower your body, and using your glutes, you're gonna come on up. So you're not coming up to here like a back hyperextension. You're only coming up to here as a glute hyperextension. So we're gonna grab the weight. We're doing sets of 15. I'm gonna hold it like this personally just because, well, let's see. Yeah, just because this plate's too big. So we're gonna hold it like this today. And we're just gonna go down and only come up to where my glute will take me up to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, come on, 12, 13, 14, 15. Last set, best set. Ooh. All right, y'all, we are moving on to our hack squat RDLs. Now these I have a love-hate relationship with because I don't like my neck cranked, right? So I like to keep more of my top of forehead. People like to do their forehead. Obviously you could put a napkin there, towel, what it is. I'm washing my hair today anyways, but I'm gonna do top of head. Other people do forehead. You figure out what works best for you. You're gonna lift it up. I recommend starting with lighter weight if you've never done it. And then I like to hold up here. You can also hold right here. But we're just gonna go like this. And then we're just gonna hinge back. I think of the same thing, hips, hips, hips. 6, 7, 8. Oh man. Should have done this at the end. It's gonna be our last exercise. We're doing a pretty quick one today, but we are doing single leg now. So single leg hip thrust. The benches are taken, so we're using this one. Any one works. Oh. We're doing sets of 8 on each side with a 3-second pause. So I adjusted this leg, so we're switching it. We're gonna put the weight on this leg. And the other leg is essentially gonna be either kickstand if you wanna do it as a B stance, or it's gonna come on up. So we're gonna come on up. We're gonna have the weight right at our crease. And then you're gonna come down and kick up. And you can use the other hand for balance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. And you can adjust as you need. 1, 2, 3, 4. But your hand is really there, just guide it. It's not to hold any weight. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. And 4. Now, the reason you want to work on single leg is to make sure that you are not causing any imbalances, because sometimes one part of our body will compensate for another part of our body. So I like to incorporate single leg, so I'm working both sides, and you can tell when you're doing these exercises that some of them will feel more difficult on your left side than right side, or vice versa. That's also why I do a ton of single leg stretches, so that you can see which side's tighter than the other. But I'll usually do that towards the end after my compound. So that was our last exercise. I'm exhausted. We're gonna go make some nachos, get our protein up, and I'll catch you guys in the next full workout. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below if you have any questions. See ya.